Hey guys, thank you for coming back to my channel again. So for today's makeup tutorial, I'm going to be showing you guys how to create this really pretty soft sultry eye makeup. I just recently picked up the chocolate bar palette from Too Faced Cosmetics, so I was really excited to use it in this tutorial. I feel like it's the perfect palette if you're looking for something that has a variety of neutral shades. That's one of the reasons why I really like it. And on top of that, it smells really awesome too. It smells just like chocolate. But moving on to the tutorial, I hope you guys enjoyed the video and let's get started.
Alrighty guys, so my skin is already primed and my eyebrows are already done, so I'm moving on to eyeshadow now. I'm of course taking my Too Faced chocolate bar palette, and the first color I'm going to be using is Milk Chocolate. I'm just going to be placing this color all over the crease area with the fluffy brush. This is going to act as my transition shade, so all of my other colors blend in much more smoothly. The next color I'm going to be using is Semi Sweet. This is a warmer brown. I'm going to be applying this onto the crease as well. And because it's a little bit darker than my previous color, it's going to start deepening the crease. Then I'm going to take that same brush that I used to apply Milk Chocolate and also use it to blend out Semi Sweet. The next color I'm going to be using is Cherry Cordial. I absolutely love this shade. It's this really pretty burgundy type color. I'm also going to apply this into the outer portion of the crease. Then I'm going to use the same brush that I used to apply Milk Chocolate and also use this to blend out Cherry Cordial. For the outer corner, I'm using Triple Fudge. This is a really dark, cool brown, and I'm just using this color to make the look a little bit more dramatic with a tapered brush. And for the lid, I'm going to be using this color Marzipan. Hopefully I'm saying that right. I could be saying it completely wrong, but that's the color that I'm going to be using for my lid, and I'm just using a flat eyeshadow brush to apply this. And of course you want to use patting motion so that way the color goes on a lot more dense versus more sheer. You definitely want to make sure that you're consistently blending out your eyeshadow, so I'm going to be using a tapered fluffy brush to continue blending out the previous color. For eyeliner, I'm of course using my NYC Liquid Eyeliner. You guys already know I love this stuff. It's super cheap and it goes on really black. Next, I'm using my MAC Studio Finish Concealer, and I'm just going to start cleaning up my eyeliner and making sure that it's really straight and neat. And I'm going to go ahead and bring the color down to the rest of my under eye area to highlight. To blend out my concealer, I'm using my Real Technique sponge. I'm just going over the edges to make sure they're really smooth and well blended into the rest of my makeup. To finish highlighting, I'm going to be using my Benai Banana Powder. I'm just using a cosmetics wedge and applying this to the under eye area, the nose, underneath the contours of my cheeks, my forehead, and my chin. This is just going to set the concealer so that way it doesn't move around anywhere or crease. For the rest of my skin, I'm using my MAC Mineralize Skinfinish powder in the color Dark, and I'm just going to be using a Real Techniques powder brush to apply. Moving back to the eyes, I'm going to be using a mixture of cherry cordial and triple fudge to smoke out the lower lash line. To create a base for the inner corner eyeshadow, I'm going to be using my NYX Jumbo Pencil in the color Milk. This is just going to make the color come off a lot stronger and make it stay on longer as well. And with the e.l.f. blending brush, I'm going to go ahead and blend that out just to make sure there's no harsh edges. Then on top of that, I'm going to go ahead and add Queen Phyllis by Bare Minerals. This is a loose eyeshadow, and apply this into the inner corners. Next, just to make sure that it's not too harsh, I'm going to go ahead and blend out that inner corner eyeshadow just to kind of soften it up but still keep that brightness. For mascara, I'm using my MAC Studio Sculpt, and I'm just going to go ahead and do 1 or 2 coats of mascara for the top and bottom lashes. Today I decided to use these Cherry Blossom lashes in the number 217. These are more of like a wispy style, so it really kind of complements the softer eye. Moving on to the rest of my face, I'm using my Cargo Wet to Dry foundation in the color 100. It's been really hard for me to find colors to contour with, so I was super happy when I found this shade from Cargo. And I'm just taking a smidge of that same foundation color from Cargo and using it to contour my nose. For my cheeks, I'm using this really deep coral shade from my BH Cosmetics Glamour blush palette. Then to highlight, I'm using my Too Faced Cosmetics, the Bronze and the Beautiful palette, and I'm taking the color Snow Bunny and applying this onto the tops of my cheekbones. For a little bit of extra highlight, I'm also going to be taking my Too Faced Candlelight highlighter and applying just a tad bit on to the tops of my cheekbones as well. I definitely like a good highlight, so I felt really inclined to use 2 highlighters today, which is a little over top, but you guys already know I love really glam makeup. Last but not least, for my lips, I'm using my MAC lip pencil in Chestnut to line, and then I'm going to be using my Color Drain liquid lipstick in Marshmallow. And that is the finished look, guys.
Thank you so much for watching, guys. I really hope you enjoyed the tutorial. Don't forget to follow me on all of my other social networks. My Instagram is Makeup Tiffany J, and my Facebook page is Makeup by Tiffany J. And also don't forget to comment, rate, and subscribe, and hopefully I will see you guys in the next video. Bye!